Hey, how you guys doing, man? It's Joe D, and welcome to Share Beer 411. I appreciate it. You guys tuning in. I wanted to right away share the screen with you. We got Mark and Bum here with us. How you guys doing?
Good. I just found this show. I just heard about this thing, so I figured I'd pop in and see what it's all about.
Me too.
Wow. I'm glad you guys did. That's
Can't believe I missed 410 shows, man.
I know, man. Hey, better late than never.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, that's what I say. Now, I really quick wanted to show you guys my channel. So this is my channel page, the way you should see it if you jump in. Now, if you wanted to, I put in the maximum amount of shows that YouTube would let me put in, which I found out was 19 or 20. And they stopped me after that. So right here, you can go here, and this should show your local time. I'm hoping.
Okay.
So you can see the Share a Beer show, the Tuesday show, the Friday show, and set a reminder for yourself. So it's right here towards the top of the page. You can go in there, and there's our friend Neri right there. But yeah, you should be able to go in here and set them. I think I have, like I said, there's a bunch of them. So I don't even think this is all of them. This is, yeah, because they go all the way through July. So
oh yeah, there they are. Yep.
So that should be, you know,
little arrow, and off we go. Yeah, I mean, you got it all the way down through. Geez, I fill up my social calendar here. Oh, you know, the Share a Beer Tuesday. That's July 4th.
Yeah, I found that out. That was cool. That was cool. Yeah. So we are going to have, if everything goes right, we'll have a 4th of July Share a Beer show.
Oh,
and for me, yeah, that's a holiday for me, so I'm pretty sure. Well, let me see, how will that work? I think I'll get that night off. I have to double check, so I think I'll get that night off. So that'll be an actual one of those rare Tuesday Share Beers when I get to actually have a beer. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
But I thought I'd share that in the very beginning, and let people know, you know, if you're wanting not to miss a show, because I do get a lot of comments or emails later saying, you know, man, I wanted to join in, but I didn't get to join in, and you know, a little difficult to find. So there it is in the beginning. I set up all those shows. You can set a reminder so you can catch your favorite show that's convenient for you. Hopefully convenient for you. So hopefully that helps people. My email, by the way, is jodreviews@gmail.com. You're more than welcome to email me. And then I do have, I'll show this as well. Let me show this really quick. I just want to show everything to everybody. Oops, darn it. Now what am I doing? All of a sudden I'm all thumbs. There it is. That way I can show everything that I'm doing online to everybody, and everybody can kind of hopefully catch it. Let's see. Here we go. So here is I'll share the screen one more time. And these are all the podcasts I've made. So if anybody's interested, right now it's just going to be on SoundCloud. I forgot. I blew it this weekend. I have to apologize. You know, you keep having that feeling like you're forgetting something, and that's what I forgot, was to put this in the iTunes. But you can still get the RSS feed and do it manually. But I have recorded all these different podcasts. So while I'm driving the truck, so the audio quality ain't as good, and I'm still struggling with that. I'm still trying to fix that. But you look up SoundCloud, you look up Joe D Reviews, and you'll find me on SoundCloud, and you're more than welcome to follow me on there and get the latest downloadable podcast. And I'm hoping to actually, that's another thing I intended to do, was download this, separate the audio, and post that as a podcast as well. So there will soon be a Share a Beer podcast. I just need to do that. I just didn't do it. So, but there will be, because I'll just download it from YouTube and post it myself. So, hey, Barrick, what's up, man?
Hey, Barrick, and Tom.
No problem.
So, what are you drinking today, Barrick? We'll start with you, man.
I am just now opening an Oberon.
Oh, okay. Yep. Nice.
kind of been a hot day here, and it's a nice light beer.
Yep, that's a good one. That's a nice
Bro.
summer beer.
And cool shirt, Barrick.
What's that?
Cool shirt.
Cool shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your medallion around it.
Oh, it's just.
Oh, it's for real. I thought that was part of the design of the. Oh yeah.
No,
It is a
Yeah,
shirt.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
you
is the
could tell
shirt,
it was
okay.
the shirt. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could tell it was the shirt. So it's still
Yeah, it's
cool.
just some motorcycle club my band played at. I just bought one of their support shirts, and
Mm-hmm. True crew.
yep.
So it is let me get to Bum. What do you have, my friend?
Well, Barrick has a nice hot summer day down there, and for me in Pittsburgh, it went down into the 30s last night. So, in keeping with the spirit of the season, I'm having a Penn Brewery St. Nicholas Bock, Brewers Reserve. This is
There you
their
go.
Christmas beer from this past year.
Oh.
Wow.
Mm.
They do a St. Nicholas Bock every year, and this is the Brewers Reserve, which is a little higher in ABV, and it comes in a 22-ounce bottle. And I'm having this in my vintage Penn Brewery glass that says Pittsburgh's original micro brewery, to give you an idea of how old this is. Does anybody even use the word microbrewery anymore?
Yeah. That thing opened up, in the mid-90s probably, right? That's
no, they mid-80s. 86 is when they first brewed their first beer. Yeah. And as a kind of bonus, when they put out these Brewers Reserve, they give them to you in these little velvet drawstring bags.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Little gift bag there. So.
Oh, yeah, that is.
I switched to my New Holland glass. My favorite glass.
Oh yeah, I like that. That's like a Weissen glass or something, right?
You know, I have no idea it's a glass, and I like it. It's cool.
yeah.
That's all that matters.
It is all that matters. It really doesn't matter. It's
a glass. It holds beer. Tastes.
It's a glass.
It looks cool.
It is.
We've discussed this. Me and Barrick agree on glasses. Proper glassware is absurd.
The proper glassware is whatever holds your beer.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the one you're using for that beer, right? Now,
exactly.
This is, I guess, the 2013 version of that beer.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was the closest I could come for, right now. But in any case, it is 10.4%. Doesn't have the IBUs listed. I would imagine it's still probably pretty close. Bum.
Yeah, it seems to be about the same every year.
Let me see if I can't find. I just found the link in the. Here's the St. Nicholas Bock. Maybe once I hit this, then it'll pop up the other.
That's the regular St. Nicholas.
This is the regular one. The Brewers Reserve, though. I'm not seeing that one. So.
Yeah, it's a local brewery, and it comes out in such limited numbers that I could see where that would potentially not be on Untapped every year.
Yeah. But
now they have St. Nicholas Bock down below, but that's not the Brewers Reserve. I think, like we've talked about before, I think people just like to enter the year for an ordinary beer and enter different vintages of it when there really isn't such a thing, just so they can have more check-ins.
Now, see, here it is off the website though, and like you said, this is our holiday European style Bock beer. Let me see that a very rich, strong malty lager, dark ruby in color with notes of chocolate, roasted malts. You getting any of that?
Of course I am, Joe.
I know that's why he wrote this. Exactly. Of course, I wrote the actual thing on there. And now it says the reserve has a higher ABV of 9% and holds a silver medal from the 2011 Great American Beer Festival. The hops, let's see, for the reserve are 25. The IBUs are 25. So, yeah, not bad. 22-ounce bottles. So, yeah, that sounds pretty good.
I actually didn't find it until about a month ago. At Christmas time, I didn't see it anywhere.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Mark, what do you have, my friend?
I just opened up another of the Citra Delic line. This is the super limey Citra Delic.
Oh, you got seen. That's the one I've been looking for, and
This
I
is
can't
the
find
what
it.
do they call it? Exotic lime ale. It's the one with the limes, and this is limey. This is very nice, juicy lime flavors. What was it? 5%? Yeah, it's like 5.2%. Nice floral aroma, real juicy, not tangy lime, not super strong, but very tastes like very fresh lime in here. Tangy, yeah. You definitely have to like lime.
I was wondering, man. I've been trying to find that one. I just can't get my hands on it.
Yeah, it's a good one. This is a nice, refreshing, warm weather beer. That's for sure.
I didn't even see it at Total Wine. That's what. Because
yeah, my beer store had all that line. They have the Tartastic, the regular Citra Delic, this one, and then the Voodoo ones. So I think the only one I need left to get out of that series is the 8 hop pale ale or whatever, the Voodoo pale ale. So get that one next week.
So let me share the screen here with everybody. 15,532 ratings on here. A 3.38 bottle caps, 5.2%, 21 IBUs. Just their description in here is a crisp, refreshing golden ale, bursting with juicy Persian lime. Freshly ground coriander and a hint of cracked black pepper. You getting? And can you even begin to taste the pepper, or is it that much citrus in there?
I'm getting more citrus than pepper. Yeah, I really don't get. It does taste like that. What do they say? Persian lime. Yeah, I mean it's a really juicy lime. It's not like your standard, 3 for $1 lime that you get.
Right.
But it's not quite as strong as like a key lime. To me, key lime is like the king lime for me.
Has anybody had a Persian lime? I've never had a Persian.
Sounds exotic, so it's got to be good. I'm sure.
We get plenty of Mexican limes here, which are. I mean,
I think Persian would be maybe Turkey, India, something like that. I don't know.
For those that don't know, this is what it looks like right here. The Citra Delic. This is right from their website. And by the way, I clicked and went right to it. So
that's good.
But we've clicked on this several times already, so that might be part of the deal too. So it just sounds so good, and
it's a nice warm weather beer.
The coriander you're probably getting though. You're probably getting some of that in there. And I wonder if the pepper.
Maybe a little, Maybe that's the floral that I'm getting on the spicy floral, maybe. Yeah. It was pretty much right out of the fridge. As it warms up a little bit, I'll probably get some of that. But I mean, it's pretty. When it's cold, it's lime dominated.
Now we got Big Hamza 22 in the chat, and he says what's going on, guys, and he loves the show. So I appreciate that, man. Thank you. And Tom, what kind of awful New England beer are you drinking today?
I am drinking Boom Sauce.
Boom.
I love that.
Great name.
Look at that, man.
Boom
Sauce. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
From Lord Hobo Brewing.
Lord Hobo. Is that
Lord Hobo? That's a good.
That's a weird name. They're out of Woburn, Mass.
Woburn. Okay, I knew a guy from Woburn.
I'm guessing it says it's a New England Style IPA. But
so this is a New England Style IPA. We had that discussion. So this is going to be a cloudy IPA.
Yeah, I mean it's not like wicked cloudy, but it's cloudy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean you can kind of see through it. Not really. Yeah, but no.
and it looks like you do have some sediment in there, so that's part of that New England style, right? Is the sediment.
I totally don't understand the New England Style IPA. it's just a lot of this doesn't have any sediment in it. Well, it has a little bit inside the glass, but I don't know. Some have more than others. It might be when they're filling the bottles, at what part they're filling at the end would be more sediment.
Yeah. That was interesting, man. I'm glad Zach pointed that out because that's interesting to me. Wow, I like their website, man. The website's cool. Check this out. So the website, you went right in. You didn't have to click nothing. You just went straight in. I like this, man. This is cool.
Steal this can. That's great.
What's that one? Consolation prize. I like that too.
I like that, man.
Names. Yeah.
The consolation prize is a double in India Pale Ale.
Mm-hmm.
So not trying to mess around with it. What's to steal this can? Let's see. Let me click on this. Oh, it's also an IPA.
And they're actually a bar. They started off as a bar. I guess it's a bar that brews beer, I guess.
Wow, so that's part of that. We've had that discussion as well. So you've got
like a brew pub, pretty much. Yeah.
You got your because here's a look at the inside. Possibly does this look familiar at all, Tom? This picture over here.
That might be new. I've never been there. I've been to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That might be new.
Or maybe this is a tap room type thing. Yeah, it is tap room. Visit our tap room. And was that Woburn? Woburn. Yeah, I knew I was gonna be. So here's a look, possibly at a bar here. This looks like a bar scene.
The old Bushmills up on the wall there, so it's a quality place. They got old Bushmills hanging up.
And here's their boom sauce. Look at that, 75,000, almost 76,000 ratings on here, man.
More than
look at that, 2,400 in the last 30 days. This is a popular beer.
Solid beer too, 3.99.
Yeah, 3.99, 7.8%. I mean, yeah, 7.8%. And it says just IPA up here, but in the description, it definitely lets you know it's a New England style, and a New England style IPA using 6 hop varieties, lending to a citrus and tropical fruit finish. So that's I love the can. I mean, if I saw that, I can kind of see why it's so popular. I mean, it looks like they only make 3 beers.
I think that's it.
Huh.
Yeah, small place.
Or at least can those beers, maybe, huh? Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. And and you click on them, and you really don't get much. There's
From the hills of Woburn.
They've got great. They just show big pictures of the can, and that's. I tell you though, it kind of works for me, man. I like stuff like that. I would buy them. You know what I'm saying, and then see if they're good, and if they're good, yeah, I'd keep buying them. And obviously they must be good because just like all the other stuff that they make up there in Massachusetts, it's disgusting already.
Mm-hmm.
Everything isn't good up here. It's like anywhere else.
And our friend Andrew, we haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, man?
Oh, just working my hide off, like everyone else.
Yep.
And so, are you having a brew, or are you just?
No, I gotta work open and close tomorrow. So we gotta wake up like about 2:30 tomorrow morning, and we're gonna be at work till about probably 11 o'clock tomorrow night. But I get sleep in the following day, but I close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got a really rough schedule too, because I got Friday off, and then I go back into work for like 4 hours on Saturday, and then I'm off for 3.
Oh wow. 4 hours? That's almost hardly worth it, really. Do you live close? Do you have much of a commute back and forth, or?
It's all in the Twin Cities metro area. The only other the short shift I'm working is over in Hudson, Wisconsin. That's only like 20 minutes east.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad then. Yeah.
Is it at least overtime?
No, it's actually the position I got, Tom. It's I got a promotion, So it doesn't matter if I work under 40 hours a week, I'm guaranteed a 40-hour check.
Oh, I see it.
But if you work 60, you get a 40-hour check, right?
I'll get overtime.
Okay. All right. That's good then. That's good.
Yeah, as long as it don't go the other way too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
They make up for it on the they take care of you on the low end and make up for it on the high end, which is good.
Yeah. What the company wants to do with me in this position is they want to avoid any overtime by regular officers because they're losing their shirt with these Menards accounts that they've got.
Oh, because they underbid it.
No, it's not that. It's how cheap John Menard is as far as opening up his pocketbook.
Yeah.
The company only sees, I think, per store. I think every security firm that works with them, they only see like $140 per store that they for profit every month.
Oh wow.
So it's not a very high margin by no means.
Yeah.
Now we've got Travis D in the chat, and he says he's having a St. Arnold Summer Pils.
Oh.
So I'll share the screen on that one really quick, and we can look into the summer.
Out of, I want to say Ohio, but
But Joe, I get paid this Friday. I'm thinking about paying Total Wine a visit.
Oh yeah, no, Total. You know what? Yeah, Total Wine is never a bad deal. Yeah.
Just you don't make a total paycheck.
Yeah, just don't. It's very easy to lose a paycheck in Total Wine. Yeah.
Yep.
You can spend the whole check. So the summer pills we've got available April through August. So that's a pretty long season.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty long for beer. Usually it's just a couple of months. A golden Munich style Hells. Crisp and refreshing. This beer is perfect for a hot summer day. St. Arnold Summer Pils has a delicate sweet malt taste complemented by an abundant hop aroma and flavor. This beer is brewed with fine German malt and a copious quantity of noble hops and imported from the Czech Republic.
Cool. So where's St. Arnold out of?
Yeah, where are they out of? Let's see.
I mean, I hear them all the time. I've never had one.
This is About Us, and in the About Us, there's no where we are at.
Texas. Under St. Arnold Craft, but does it say Texas?
Oh, Texas. Yeah, Texas. Yeah,
Texas.
Houston. Houston, Texas. There you go. Sorry.
Maybe that's where I've seen them. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I had one, but if I did, it was after I had a bunch of other. I was in Houston last year for business, and one night I tied one on in the bar, and I'm sure I might have had one, but I can't claim it.
It's also the oldest craft brewery down there. I saw in that first sentence as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely had St. Arnold's. You know, they make some pretty decent beer. You know, if I'm remembering right, they make some solid beers, but I don't think any of them is. As a matter of fact, I can check right here, right? Well, no, there's 114 IBU. Well, wait a minute, 6.6%, 4.9%. Okay, here's a Christmas ale, which are sometimes a little higher ABV, but that's still 7.5. I don't know that. Well, here's one. Yeah, the Pumpkinator. That's the one that I've had. Yeah, the Pumpkinator, and that's 11%. As a matter of fact, I might have a bottle of that right now. I think I might even have some St. Arnold in here right now. 7.2%. I think they really make like a lot of good session beers. You know, like some of the other bigger Texas breweries, the Shiner, you know, is really known for. I mean, Shiner's not bad. It's just not going to wow you out of your seat either. But it's damn sure solid enough to keep buying them. And St. Arnold is just a good solid beer as well, a brewery as well. So that was their seasonal selection. Their year-round beers. What would be their most popular? Fancy Lawnmower, Weed Whacker. Yeah, not ringing a bell. The Santo's pretty popular. 5 o'clock pills and their amber ale. So yeah, pretty good. Not too bad. Let's see. And Barrick, are you on another beer now, or are you still having that? You sampling that same one still?
Still using drinking the Oberon.
So we are at almost a half hour point, so we'll get to that. It's close enough. 3 minutes till, and we'll get our. Do I need to announce the co-host as well, or do I just announce you and you bring in your co-host?
He just kind of shows up.
Okay.
Oh, Billy D at the Colt 45.
So we'll bring in Bum for his malt liquor segment and friend.
That's a good
Come
title.
and meet my little friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Since last week, there hasn't been any new developments with the Steel Worldwide 209 J. Jones feud or the battle for the leadership. There's nothing new. So I'm changing it up this week a little bit.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna do a little profile on a guy that nobody has heard me mention yet. I haven't mentioned him on here, and he was mentioned nowhere in my malt liquor manifesto that many of you read.
Yes.
This is a guy that all of these guys, all these guys, none of them seem to be able to agree on anything. But I did notice that they do all seem to be agreeing on the fact that they all like this one new up and coming member of the MLDC. He's new to the MLDC. And he just started making videos maybe about 9 months ago. And he's definitely a contender for the 2017 MLDC Rookie of the Year.
Oh, Rookie of the Year! Wait a minute! Wait a minute!
Wow!
Did I not mention that, Joe? That they give awards every year? I thought
Well,
it's like the MTV awards, only better.
Oh,
Yeah.
MLDC
better.
awards.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe I didn't mention that.
Yeah. No. What? No. Okay. Now. Wow. Okay.
Well, I'm blown. Yeah, mind blown.
This is, right now, this is like okay. So you announced a new guy, and the fact that they have an award show. They're crushing us right now. We have never had an official Share Beer award.
Well, they don't have an official awards thing. Their awards come up because like 209 J. Jones decided to make a video entitled 2016 Malt Liquor Awards. That's the only reason why they're
yeah. It's
so
now what do you get for your prize? Do you get an official nice looking co-host like that, or what happens?
From what I've seen, I don't think you get anything physical. I think you just get the recognition of your peers.
Oh, and it's only for a year.
Until somebody decides to make the next video.
I don't know what the categories are. What are?
You have Entertainer of the Year, Rookie of the Year. I believe a new category was Best Burper of the Year.
Hey,
There you go.
There you go.
Hey.
Female MLDC Member of the Year. So of course some of these guys nominate male guys just to be,
Oh,
yeah. All the Florida ones get nominated for that, right?
Yeah, because so they should call that the Kitty Cat Award of the Year. Yeah, that's.
There's a few other categories that I can't think of right now.
Okay, yeah.
Or it could be right. It could be
Jesus.
It doesn't have to be. It could be right.
All right. So who's the rookie? Who's the contender?
The front runner for 2017 MLDC Rookie of the Year that everybody seems to like is a fella by the name of Lootbag Larry.
Okay,
Loot Bag Larry.
Yeah,
this is enough. Is that
a YouTube name at least?
Is that his YouTuber? Can I pull him up that way?
Yeah, 2 words. Lootbag Larry is totally unique from all the other MLDC members. His videos are unique. His presentation is unique. His demeanor is unique. He's very non-confrontational, but he's very scary looking. He's very visual. He's not very verbal. He does talk.
He's got 47 videos, so he's
that's him up top. Yeah.
So this is Loot Bag Larry's channel. We are on,
and what you're seeing on those thumbnails are the little artistic intros that he does to his videos.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
I think those are the some of the masks that he wears. He's pretty scary looking, and he's got wild hair, which I believe is his own. And
he's at a bus stop drinking a beer.
He also is unique in the sense that in his videos he plays a lot of hardcore thrash metal music from the 90s as opposed to rap.
Okay.
That's the music with what I call the Cookie Monster vocals.
Mm-hmm.
Pantera. Like Pantera.
Yeah. Now am I hate you. Well, no, I won't bring it up. Yeah, screw it. But that is that one that's known for, like, it'll make your throat sore if you try too much, right?
But I watched him maybe a few months ago.
Look at this one. Colt 45 malt liquor.
That's
pizza rolls and classic cartoons.
That's what I was just gonna mention that. I watched him a few months ago. He'll watch a lot of his videos. He'll watch scenes from horror movies. He's very like dark and brooding, and he'll watch like scenes from horror movies and he'll laugh at it. Like when somebody gets their throat slashed, he'll be like, ha ha ha.
I just saw one on your, was it 1983 death scenes?
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at. Yeah.
And so I watched his videos and I thought, well, his videos are very well made, but I don't think he's really my cup of tea until I saw that he has numerous videos where instead of horror movies, he's watching classic cartoons like the one you just pulled up there. So there are videos of him sitting laughing at Bugs Bunny and Woody Woodpecker while he's drinking malt liquor. And as soon as I saw those, I was like, okay, this guy, I get it now. He gets it. You mix the dark with the humorous, and that's what it's all about. And he's not feuding with anybody yet. He gives shout outs to everybody, and he doesn't.
Except for Dorf. Does he demean Dorf?
No, I have not. I have not. The only thing I ever heard him say, he was watching a scene from a movie one time with a guy who was like a protagonist, and he goes, "Go drink a craft beer, you C-word."
Yeah.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard him say.
This one's Mickey's 40-ounce bus stop MLV chug.
Yeah. That's his newest one.
That's the latest one. Now, who's this Fear guy? Is this?
Oh, he's another. I mentioned him in my manifesto. He's another top of the line guy in the MLDC. That's 40 ounce.
Is he the guy that's in Phoenix?
No. Brown Bag is in Phoenix.
Brown Bag. Okay.
Fear is actually in eastern Pennsylvania. Oh. He's near Philly.
Oh, okay. Zach says he can't get on. Yeah, and of course, you know, he's got an expletive for Google as well. He just loves Google.
I love how Zach expresses his love for Google.
Yeah, he said hugs and kisses for Google. I can't get on. This is pretty cool, man. I've just learned some new malt liquors too. St. Ides. I never heard of St. Ides. I
think I'm gonna have to watch a couple of Loot Bag Larrys that are here.
Oh, and Loot Bag Larry. Now, St. Ides, the rappers have been talking about and drinking St. Ides for decades now. But Loot Bag Larry, in his videos, he films himself like from his viewpoint going into the convenience store and picking out, kind of like Greg with his fridge.
Yeah.
Loot Bag Larry goes into the store and scans the shelves, and Loot Bag Larry has picked out a malt liquor a few times that I've never heard of. I think it's called E40.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've seen that. I thought it was the rapper, but apparently
no, that's the malt liquor, and he's bought it a few times, and he's drank it, and he's like, "This tastes like shit."
E40 and the fly. Oh, the fly. Is it the old fly or the new fly with Jeff Goldblum? That's what I want to know.
Knowing Loot Bag Larry, I'm going to guess it's the Jeff Goldblum fly.
Yeah.
Now here's the I don't know if it shows the whole thing, but yeah, this is.
He's got some cartoons going on there.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is his intro here, which is definitely interesting. So
Yeah.
Yeah, cartoons
Does
are.
anybody have any idea?
Look, he's got a machine gun.
Anybody have any
It's gonna blow him all away.
No less.
He is. Look at that! Oh my God!
We're having rabbit this afternoon for dinner for lunch.
There's Luke Bagley with his shopping cart.
That is
So does he
creative.
just like drag out the shopping cart and then abandon it?
I've never seen him with a shopping cart before.
Oh, okay.
This is definitely. You know what? Yeah, he's definitely into cinema, isn't he? Because this.
Yeah, he's very, very artistic.
Yeah.
He actually, if you see him with short sleeves, he's covered in tattoos. On his Google Plus page, it says he's been a tattoo artist for 20 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He seems to be a visual artist too, the way he puts together his videos. So
Yeah. He's got a little bit of a.
This is actually creative as hell. right
he's
here.
very, very creative, and that I can see why he's gotten the acclaim that he has. He's my personal contender for MLDC Rookie of the Year, and
Yeah.
that's my report for this week.
Yeah, this is actually.
for this film that he just did. I like the black and white photography that he's using.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got that old cinematography look.
You know, maybe I think George Lucas started out doing malt liquor videos. I mean, you know, so everybody's you got to start somewhere.
And now he's
Okay.
showing his TV.
Yeah, he usually from this
Walker.
point on just sits there. There's the E40. Yeah.
Ugh.
And, that would be
Kicking ass.
classic. That would be. Now, there's a lot of people that drink
Pork
craft
rinds.
beer and have pork rinds.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that is definitely.
Cicerones. Good
Yeah.
stuff, man. Whew.
And he's got some unique hand movements too. He's real quick with his.
I tell you, man, some of these guys are pretty darn creative for real. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
and he taps his bottle with the remote control.
yeah, that's a. Oh yeah, look at that. See, oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, I can't hear him either, so which might not be a bad thing actually. But
He doesn't swear that much.
Yeah.
He's actually has a very funny accent, and it's put on. It's
Yeah.
kind of hard to. It's a combination of different dialects, I think.
Yeah. That's interesting.
that's hilarious, man. Well, thanks for sharing that, Bum. That was a good update. I like that one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that guy's pretty creative there. I like that those intros. So yeah, that was a good segment, man. I like that one. God, I love this stuff, man. I love how you kind of think so much of yourself that you're just gonna randomly give out awards. Yeah, you're the Rookie of the Year. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the chairman. You know what's funny though? You would think the Entertainer of the Year would kind of be the chairman, wouldn't you? I mean, you would think the guy that's the most entertaining would have the kind of the big one, and he'd be the the chairman.
Not necessarily always.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
We got really quick. We got Carrie Y in the chat.
Oh.
Says he's never been in here before. We'll give him a shout out. Thank you for jumping in. Man.
Welcome.
Appreciate that. Yeah, but I love that. I love those updates, man. That is just so cool. You know that that is great. I love that. So, Mark, you on to another beer?
I am. I rummaged down through my basement, and I got me one of them.
Whoa!
Oh, is that one of the 10th anniversaries or 30th anniversary?
Yeah. Yep. I'm almost through these. I have one more left down there, but this is the black barley wine. Well, this is a really dark beer, and this is like it's going to be hot from now until September, so I figured I better drink this one now.
What's the ABV on that?
I think
you're up there.
I want to say 10.2 or something like that.
Oh, that must be so good.
I'm hoping it is. It's 10.2. and I think 30th anniversary was 2011, 2011, I think it was. So this is 5.5 years old at this point.
The bottle just looks delicious.
Yeah, it's a wine. It's a full 750, so it's a wine bottle size. All right, so let's see if I can get some smoke on this thing.
Hey, Mark, so they call that, are they calling that the Jack and Ken's Ale?
Yep, Jack and Ken's Ale. It's a black barley wine.
All right.
I've never seen one of those bottles, how it's shaped.
Oh, they're cool. Sierra Nevada's, and they're corked, and it's awesome.
The caged cork. Let's see if we get any smoke out of this. I don't know.
Oh, you know you're going to get smoke. It's corked.
Oh, baby.
Oh, look at that! That's Neary smoke.
Yeah,
right there.
Neary smoke.
Oh, there we go.
Like smoke on tap.
Dude, corked beers are cheating, though. You know that. You're going to get smoke out of a corked beer.
Mark, you're going to have to get another one for when you got Neary on again. One of them.
I've got one more of these, and it's the stout. So I'm assuming that one's going to be like this as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to apologize real quick, Mark. Carrie is a she. I am sorry. There is so many. Now, I have to say this part, too. I hate to interrupt your
go ahead.
Presentation.
In fact, I got to take a picture anyway before I forget.
Thank you, Carrie, for jumping in the chat. And I do apologize to you because our female viewership in recent 2 months has gone up from 1.5%, or was it 1.4 or 1.9, to like 9%. We're almost at a full 10%. Boom!
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
And one thing for sure, it can't be because any of us are any better looking than we were.
We didn't get any better looking, and we didn't add anything better looking to the room. So I don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah, maybe it is. I think it's Bum's malt liquor updates. I think that's the secret.
Maybe it's more women that are in the nursing field and they just feel the need to care for such pitiful looking sites. Maybe they're all in the medical field and they're like, these poor losers, look at these guys, you know. Well, thank you, Carrie. I do apologize. Won't make that mistake again. Let us know where you're coming from. I really would be interested. Okay, Mark, carry on, man.
This is still an excellent beer. I'm getting they say it's a barley wine, and it's almost more, well, it's still got some barley wine. Barley wine tends to have that kind of that spicy aroma to it, and like molasses and that type of thing. So it's still there, but it's got real super dark roasty aroma.
And then we have to be mindful that you've aged this beer.
Yeah, this is going on 6 years old.
Yeah, so we have to be mindful of that. And that's right at a barley wine's ageability. It's right
still
there.
Got a little bit of sweetness like a barley wine, but it's way down from what it was. I mean, I bought 2 of these bottles, and I had one back when it was relatively new, and I remember it as being pretty sweet.
Basing on that,
this is, I mean, it's just a great looking beer.
Are you getting any legs off of that at all? Is it that boozy?
No, maybe,
no, not really.
No.
Okay.
But I'm getting. Wow. There's like pepper. I'm getting definitely pepper in this one. You were asking about pepper in that other beer. I'm definitely getting pepper and spice.
Wow.
And I'm getting molasses still, and some dark fruit.
Yeah, more fig and stuff like that, or
and kind of smoky too.
Now, did you have it fresh?
I did. The other bottle I had, I got whenever it was. This is my second check into this beer. I think the first one was back in 2011, right when it was new. Within a couple months of it being new, I think.
Now, knowing that you know now, would you age it or would you not age it?
Oh, you gotta age it.
I think I would age it. I might not go. I mean, this is 6 years and it's still really good. I think if I would go maybe
a year,
just a little bit less, 4 to 5 years, something like that, maybe a little bit less. But I mean, this was just sitting in the basement. It wasn't refrigerated. It was just sitting in the basement, kind of in the dark corner.
Yeah, I think you gotta age a barley wine at least a year, at least a year. But buy 3 of them and age them at different processes. Have one fresh, age one maybe a year or 2, and then age one close somewhere around 5. And
this is still really, really good. It has lost a little bit of that barley wine kind of sweet, like if you have like a Bigfoot, even though Bigfoot like is bitter, but you still get that spicy sweetness. It's lost a little bit of that, but it's been replaced by real roasty, some dark fruit, and that type of thing. Yeah, that's good.
Surly Brewing up here came up with an official beer for Minnesota United, the local professional soccer team.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you happen to see that, Andrew? I got a Surly beer in my fridge right now, my friend.
Oh, cool beans, dude.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I posted that. Yeah, I've got a Surly right now, so I will be having a Surly.
That's gonna be surly delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's, they're calling it Rising North Pale Ale, and I'm looking at the link for it right now. They asked, "What do you want in a perfect tailgating beer?" It goes on, like my first beer the day that wake up my palate with some hops, not too much, floral and juicy, yes please. Then it's got a picture of it off to the side. It kind of looks like it's kind of cloudy. It's, I'd say, like a kind of a golden brown. It's not like an IPA, but it's kind of that in between. Cloudy, you can't see through the glass completely, but it does have like a golden brown kind of color to it. It's not very dark.
Well, let me give this untapped description of the beer, of this barley wine, the 30th anniversary, and of course it says this beer is no longer being produced by the brewery. 5,600, almost 5,700 ratings on here. Actually, 19 in the last 30 days.
Yeah.
There's
20 now if you click the refresh page.
Okay, so yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that because that one should be marked. Yep, 20.
There it is, 20.
Oh my God, he got an ugly dude in there too. Oh my God, I couldn't be any worse. 10.2% ABV, and I like this first part. Jack, what is that? McAuliffe. Thank you. God. I was struggling with that one. Now here we go. This was the first micro brewer, right? Here's that word again. His tiny see, there's another word I don't know. Anyway, it's in Sonoma.
Albion,
Yeah.
New Albion.
Albion, there you go. Thank you. Brewery in Sonoma, California, inspired countless dreamers to start small-scale breweries of their own. Jack agreed to guest brew this very special ale with us in honor of our 30th anniversary. This black barley wine ale is a nod to the legendary ales new, what was that again? New
Albion.
Albion served at their legendary summer solstice parties. Rich with bitter sweetness and roast malt flavors, balanced with whole cone American hops, and this no corn in here, God forbid. This robust ale should age gracefully for years. So,
And it did. Yep, 6 years. It aged very well.
So let's get a look at Mark's picture here. So there's Mark's picture, and you just can't help but love that art on the front of the bottle, the
nice
style of the bottle. But you know what? I don't know that even Sierra Nevada is necessarily putting out such nice bottles now.
No.
I
These
think
were, how much were these? I think these were like $15.99, something like that. I mean, they were fairly expensive.
They were. I bought all four of them, and yeah, they were some of the first ones that I went over that barrier that I said I would never go over.
Yeah.
And I bought all four of them.
Yeah. And these were definitely well worth it. They were very good.
Yeah. That new Albion, by the way, that you just mentioned, Sam Adams probably about 5 or 6 years ago recreated the new Albion and sold it for about a year. And here's the cap from one of the bottles. I have the bottle downstairs somewhere.
Oh wow!
Cool.
That was that was considered like the forerunner to the the microbrew boom, with Sierra and everything. And Sam Adams brewed and sold that new Albion, and they stuck to the original recipe as best they could from like 76 or whenever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And did I buy a 6-pack of it or a single bottle? I forget. So they did bring it back as best they could, brewed by Sam Adams, probably about 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird. If you think about it, it's only really been 40 years since microbrew has come about. That was it Carter that signed the homebrew legalization? He legalized homebrew when Carter was president. I think it was like 1977, something like that.
Ooh, I'm not sure. All I remember with when I hear Carter and beer is Billy beer.
Yeah.
Now, really quick, Carrie says she's from Iowa, and
Football grandma. There we go.
She just loves beer. So, well, thanks for joining it. Now, what beer is Carrie having? Did she list it here? I didn't see. But yeah, thank you for joining in. We haven't had an actual female in the show in quite some time. But our female viewership has gone up according to the Google Analytics, man.
Yeah,
according to all the analytics.
Carrie is having a Bud Light.
Oh, Bud Light. Oh,
she's having a Bud Light. I rolled back through the conversation on the YouTube page.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as she's having something, I'm having a water. So I mean, that's you're having more than me. So really quick, guys, let's get into the rant and rave section of the show, man. I love doing this. This is fun. I'm going to start with Barrick, man. And do you have a rant or rave for us?
I guess you're gonna have to give me a second. I'm not used to this segment.
Yeah, this is new. So yeah, but if you when you jump in now, if you have something you want to just get off your chest, or something that you want to get out there as a rave, man. Yeah, this would be the last. Okay, go for it.
I make beer constantly. Breeze Malt Extract. I buy it in these growler things. They paid some freaking idiot to change it from pouring it from this nice thing you can pour it in and it works really good, to putting it in a bucket with an opening about like that.
Oh, geez.
So
no!
Stand there for a half hour, much malt extract into your thing. I got the whole top, and then it goes all over the kitchen.
Oh.
I have never swore so much in my entire life. When I bought that bucket, and my whole kitchen was covered with malt extract because it just spilled everywhere. It was, and I called my brother and said, "Man, are you having trouble with this stuff?" He said, "Barrick, my garage was covered with malt extract."
What? So your house smells like a brewery right now, then?
It's horrible.
Did you try?
So I went to the beer place and I bought up all of their regular growlers, which have the big opening in them. I cannot believe they paid some idiot to design this with a hole that big for malt extract to come out of.
That's how they increased their margin. We saved like 5% on our manufacturing cost. Yeah.
And you're holding that for a half hour to pour out. Oh man, I've never swore so much in my whole life.
Wow,
and you almost just did here too when you were starting out.
Wow, that is stupid.
I mean, I cannot believe. Trust me, guys. It's going to change back because anybody who uses it.
Yeah, I was going to say that might be worth a letter or an email or something. Say, what the hell?
If you pull the cap off and try to do it, it went everywhere.
Yeah.
It is just an absolute cluster F.
Yep.
Well, you would think that you have to R&D that stuff. What the hell would make them think that it works? You know?
I have no idea.
It's probably designed by an intern. It's probably designed by an intern.
Problem, they said they're having tons of complaints on it. It is an absolute.
Yeah.
I just like whoever designed that. I just like to punch them.
Yeah.
Right in the nose.
That's a good rant. I love that one, and that's a very constructive one too. So, and that'll help other people, man. If someone else out there is using extract, then and they've been having that problem, then they'll know they're not alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's
Oh my God! No.
wow, thanks, man. That was a good one. Yeah, Bum, do you have one for us, a rant or rave?
Yeah, I was going to rant about my ongoing microphone issues, but for now they seem to be solved. So
Yeah,
I'll give
today.
for today. So I'm going to give a rave to a CD I just bought today. This is for anybody who knows Taj Mahal and Keb Mo. They did a collaboration album, two legends.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
If you go to the record store, you're going to find, assuming you can still find a record store, you will find these guys filed under blues, both of them, but do not let that deter you.
Yeah.
Both of them, their music goes so far above and beyond blues, and this is the first time that they did a collaboration album. I've only listened to it all the way through once, and I like what I've heard. It's very solid, and I'm a little worried about Taj Mahal. Somebody was telling me that they had to cancel a few shows. Taj Mahal's 75 now.
Yeah, he's getting old.
And he's old, and he's fat. And just a little worried about his health. So, but this is a great recording. Taj is a little raspy in the voice now, but he's still got it though.
Well, I'm gonna show that right now. I'm gonna show the screen. They have, if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can stream that right now. It's included, and I'm sure it's in most of your streaming services also. If you
and
I was just
oddly, they do a cover of the Who's Squeeze Box on this album.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah,
that'll be interesting to listen to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Bum. That's I've got a couple of Taj Mahal stuff from 25, 30 years ago.
Sure.
But none of his newer stuff. So
yeah, thanks for that one. Yeah, those are classic guys, man. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was raised on jazz and not so much blues, but more jazz. But I have listened to a lot of blues. But I was raised on jazz, and then that kind of new age stuff once that got popular in the 80s, the new age. But a lot of the stuff that was in the Playboy Jazz Fest back in the day. That's cool. A lot of the stuff that I was raised on in the 8-track. I guess you're 8-track jazz. Most of us here know the type of jazz that would be on 8-track. So actually this
Chuck Mangione.
Yeah, Chuck Mangione, absolutely.
The flipping horn.
Oh my God, my dad had Chuck Mangione playing like crazy.
BB King, maybe
in the Panasonic deck. In the Panasonic all-in-one. Deck there with the hi-fi, the Panasonic.
I had a Panasonic stereo system that had an 8-track and a cassette.
Yes, he eventually upgraded. It had the record player, and then we had the cassette and the 8-track in there. Yeah, and I just thought my dad was bomb when he bought that. I'm like, oh my God! And we had RCA color console TV with a remote, and I just thought, that's it. You can shoot me now. I'm ready to die.
That thing that would go click click when you aimed it at the set.
Yeah. Ours actually, it actually didn't click. It actually had a nice, smooth. It was pretty cool. But the on-off functionality turned off. So then, a little 7-year-old turned into the remote for that. Hey, Joe, turn that on.
Turn it up.
The Zenith Space, a friend of mine has been in the electronics repair industry for the last 30 plus years, and he remembers the original remote put out by Zenith called the Space Command. That had the click in it when you pushed your buttons.
It was actually an acoustic remote. Yeah, wasn't it like ultrasonic? I think it was. Yeah.
So Mark, what's your rant or rave?
I'm going to do a rave for artisanal Sauerkraut.
Oh,
Hey,
Yeah,
Anybody
that was
else like sauerkraut? I don't know.
Oh, God.
That's an acquired taste. But I got some kielbasa at the store a couple days ago, and I went back to the store and was like, I need some sauerkraut because I haven't had sauerkraut in a while. And I found artisanal sauerkraut made with craft beer.
Ooh, that sounds.
And it was made with a porter. They just said porter in there. But it was an organic artisanal sauerkraut. So for those of you that like sauerkraut, there are some good ones coming out in the store now. And it goes.
Was it made locally down in Atlanta then, or what?
No, it was made in somewhere in the Midwest, I think. I've got the jar still down in the fridge, but yeah, good stuff. I mean, I don't have sauerkraut that much, and it is a little bit of an acquired taste. But this was definitely sauerkraut, but it had a good beer flavor to it, so it went really good with the kielbasa. So
You can have my portion of it, Mark.
yeah.
yeah, that's
No.
I've tried to like sauerkraut. I'm done trying to like sauerkraut, but I have in the past tried.
Yeah.
Made a full effort.
Maybe Joe will agree with me. That's one of those
Yeah.
things that comes from what I call the devil's food workshop.
Agreed.
Okay, thank you for that, though, Mark. Yeah,
Yes.
there is a lot of people that do love sauerkraut, so that's a good one. Tom, what do you got first, my friend?
I honestly, I don't got anything this week. To be honest with you, I'm just
Kind of even. All right.
I'm clean.
All right, I'll respect that. And Andrew, you got a rant or a rave for us?
50-50. It's 50% rant, 50% rave. I've been working some crazy hours, but that's all due to a promotion I got at work. I'm no longer nailed to one particular site, so I'm working days and nights. I'm flexible. I'm what they call a flex officer / field supervisor now. So that's my promotion, and I get to drive around the metro area, filling in at sites where they need me. And that's my rant. My rave is I have multiple days off, actually.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's worth a lot. Yeah.
that's a big deal nowadays.
Yeah.
It just seems like
Mhm.
a lot of people have split days off. It's just and which really sucks. I mean, I have consecutive days off, and yeah, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But when I was working, when I already had worked my 410s, I would get called up. It's like, hey, I need you to run over here to cover a site. You need to close, and I need you to open tomorrow morning. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
my take on it is fooling their money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, congratulations on the promotion. That's for sure. That's always good. But with more money comes more responsibility and more work in a lot of cases. So
Yep. I'm gonna be also a kind of like a roving trainer, kind of helping out with the new guys too if they have problems with the equipment. And I'm also going to be somewhat of a go-between between the client sites and the office.
okay.
So if it's something that I can fix immediately there, great. If not, chain of command, call the next guy in line. In this case, my boss, who happens to set my schedule.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, get him up doing something, huh? Right.
Yep.
So, well, thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. And really quick, Carrie had a question there. Any David Cassidy in the track for Bum there?
David Cassidy. Oh, Partridge Family.
Oh, no.
Any David Cassidy in the track? Oh, you mean on the Taj Mahal? No. Dave, I was gonna make a comment, but
or maybe she meant like in the 8-track, like in any of our 8-tracks. Since we
Okay.
were talking about 8-tracks.
I don't think that was directed towards me.
Yeah, no cat. The only thing that would have been close is there was a Bee Gees 8-track back in the day, for sure, because Bee Gees were insanely popular, and There was I remember there was a Bee Gees soundtrack in there from that John Travolta movie, Saturday Night Fever. Yeah.
Yep. The Bee Gees was actually popular before the term disco even came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there, I remember that. Now I have a rave actually, and I ended up on this just by complete accident. You know how surfing YouTube can be. I'll share the screen with you for mine, and I ended up on this guy, this Serpentia, and this guy lives in China. He's lived in China for 10 years. I've got a full education watching this guy's videos on China and their culture, and then once you start, you know how it is on YouTube, you start scrolling, you start checking out people's videos that leads you to other videos, and there's a bunch of people that live in China and try to give you a little education on China, what you might expect. Not only videos on China, I saw some videos on Korea, some videos on just all over Asia. You know what I'm saying? And different things to expect, different cultural differences. You know what I'm saying? There's I saw a video on a dude which actually reminded me a lot of when I was in Germany. When I was in Germany, I ran into a lot of American kids that were, anywhere from middle school to full-grown adults in their 20s that had never even been to America. And there's a big issue with a lot of teachers that are going over to China and to Japan and stuff like that to teach English. And a lot of those teachers are darker skin. And I guess the Asian culture is, if you're white, you're right. I mean, it's just a cultural thing of, if you were whiter, you were thought of as more royalty, more someone that spent indoors, someone that was more wealthy. If you were darker skin, you were someone that worked in the fields, probably poor, didn't really have a lot of money, spent a lot of time in the sun, and that's where they come at it from. And so a lot of the blacks that were going over there to teach were treated a lot differently than white people. And it's just it's a cultural thing, right? And when you go to another country, you experience these cultural differences. I experienced some when I was in Germany, and they had an interview with this one guy, and he's half black and half Japanese, and he was raised in Japan, and so he went to America for a couple of weeks to visit his dad, I guess, and he didn't like it because he's Japanese, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But being raised in Japan was a whole different deal for him compared to other Japanese, but he doesn't even speak English, and he looks like any other African-American kid in America, and I ran into that in Germany. When I was in Germany, I ran into a lot of kids that had never even been to a 7-Eleven, never been, I mean, they've been to American fast food because there's plenty of it in Germany, but they had never even stepped on American soil. They didn't know what being in America was all about. They were German, really, you know what I'm saying? But
sounds like they're almost you could say what they call military brats or kids.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean that that's obviously what happened, but that's just one of the things that, or a couple of the things that are covered in some of these videos. A lot of scamming, how not to get scammed when you go to China. There's a lot of scams, and just things to expect, like restrooms, for Christ's sake. And him and some other guys have made different videos on what to expect when you go to a restroom, what to expect when you go to a gas station, what's it like to fill up at a gas station if you rent a car and decide to drive around, and just different things. Like now that I've always heard about going to what's that big Chinese city, Hong Kong. Right, and I would hear about this like, well, yeah, they're in China, but I went to Hong Kong, and it's like this difference, and I'm like, what? But that's freaking China! Like, what are you talking about?
Hong Kong's its own country, isn't it?
And he explains that, and they actually show it. They actually show there's a border, and they went into the history on, why is Hong Kong is yes in China, but it has a border. It is separate from mainland China, and they consider it like almost different countries, but it's not. It is in China, and they show them crossing the border and what that experience is like, and why, and you know what I'm saying, just all these things. And so he's been there 10 years, so he knows, and he's had 2 Chinese wives at different times, so he's been Chinese married and Chinese divorced, and now Chinese married.
How to get divorced in China.
And he covers that. He covers like if you get married in China and you're in China, expect parents to move in with you. Like that's just the thing. Like,
that's what, and his first wife, he's like, no.
So that's what I love about the guy. Like the guy, you know, he has these old videos on there with his other wife and all that, and he doesn't take them down. And he has the same theory I do. I don't take down a lot of those videos that are in my past too. That's my past. That's me. That happened. And you know, you want to judge me for that, you go ahead. You know, and that's what I really appreciate about the guy, is that he's like, yeah, I have those old videos, and you do get comments about some of that stuff every once in a while. So do I. There's nothing I can do about it. You can learn from that. You know what I'm saying? You can learn from that. So that's what I like about it. He just posts his whole life up there. He has you know, quite a large audience. You know what I'm saying? Subscribers. But interesting. And then from that, you'll find a lot of different other things. Now, you know. So that was a nice little rant I wanted to give towards those videos. A lot to be learned from watching those sort of things.
YouTube's a wonderful thing, and you can just type in anything you want to do or buy or try into YouTube, and in an evening or two, you can get an education. All aspects of it, good, bad, and indifferent.
Exactly, yeah, and I like that. I like getting it from kind of quote real people, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Because you just feel like it's a little more authentic, even if they don't necessarily quite put it the way that a polished production company would do it. You still feel like you're getting it the real way. You know what I'm saying? Like this is actually, I can expect that. And if you've ever watched someone's video and then actually done something, whether it be a fix-it video, and then you go to actually fix something, you're like, you know what, that guy was right. You know what I'm saying? So like Barrick right now, you know what I'm saying? Barrick had that rant about the oh my God, how did I forget the name already? I forgot the name already. Extract, you know what I'm saying? And how messy it can be, and you open it up and boom, it pops all over, and you know, and I'm sure there's other people experience the same thing, and they're like, you know what, Barrick was right. You know what I'm saying? So it's good, it's helpful, you know, I think so. I don't know if I'm ever going to China, but I do know if I ever go, you know what I'm saying? So
you know not to get married, and if you do get married, expect the in-laws to move in with you.
Expect them to move in with me, and if you ever use a restroom in China, expect to squat. You know what I'm saying? So, which from some of the pictures that they showed of many different restrooms, I'm like, I don't even know if I would even go in the place first. Like, beyond disgusting, like beyond disgusting. And then you got to squat on, and they went to this one, and they were like, it is so ammonia smelled. It was like, I don't even know how you could stand to even be in there, let alone do what you got to do. And what I love is I love the two of them joined up. There's two of them. They've lived there for quite some time, and they'll make videos together. And I love that because one guy's a little more culturally blended into it, and another guy still has problems. Like he can't squat. Like a lot of us, I mean, we weren't raised squatting, and you know what I'm saying? And so one guy can squat pretty good, so he doesn't have necessarily a problem with the whole restroom thing as much as the other guy's like, yeah, pretty much once I leave home, I don't use the restroom. So, you know, that's like, you know.
They need to ship them some squatty potties.
Yeah.
Squatty potties.
I don't know if squatty potties would help, but yeah, I'm sure.
And some unicorn, what was that? Unicorn gold, the other stuff they pitch. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, just interesting things, man. But that whole Hong Kong thing was really interesting to me because
maybe they need to invent an adapter for the Americans that go over there.
Yeah, some sort of, they do say some places there is stuff to hold on to, but yeah, in any case, but that was, I'll get off of that. We'll end that there. But
That was really a crappy way to end the show.
That was a crappy way to end it. Yes,
Oh.
yes. I like it. I like it.
Mark gets the drum roll there.
But yeah, a lot to be learned, and it does seem like from the videos that I've seen of Hong Kong, it does seem like that would be the most kind of westernized city. You know what I'm saying? It does seem like, because that's the way they described it too. We cross into Hong Kong to have food that we're used to, is the way they describe it in restaurants that they're more used to. So I don't know, you know, but there is a lot of, but yeah, the difference in the gas stations and everything was just pretty interesting. In any case, we're done. We're out here, guys. Thank you to Carrie for jumping in there, and the beer Chris.
Yes.
Oh, and apparently he's seen some Chinese videos too, because yeah, that other username that he has on there, I've seen some of his videos as well.
Y86.
And yeah, the Wicked Weed Brewing thing, we've discussed that actually in 2 shows already, so you can go back and see some of our thoughts on that. And yeah, quite the lengthy chat today. And Zach, sorry man, this thing with you and Google, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully that, I think it affected Mark a little bit, but now they've decided to leave Mark alone. And
for now, it's just transfer the wrath of Google to Zach for a while.
Yeah, for quite a while. Yeah,
they did their damage with Mark.
Yeah, they did the ultimate damage with Mark. They kind of put the poof on him, and
I'm over it now. I just drink. I just drink instead.
Yeah, drink to forget. Yeah,
that's right.
All right, guys. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. A little bit of a lengthy show. I really appreciate it, man. We're out of here, man. Peace out, brother.
See ya.
See you
See you Friday.
Bye.